This is example 2 from chapter 1, section 2. And here we're going to use a ratio and figure out how does that fraction help us to convert units, okay? And so we'll start out with the numbers they gave us. They gave us 105 kilometers per or in 4.2 hours, okay? And I'm using conversion factors. I'm using ratios. So you know I'm going to multiply by another fraction. And I'm getting rid of kilometers, so I need a ratio. Here's one. They gave it to me in the problem. 1 mile is the same as 1.61 kilometers. The question is, does the 1 mile go up top, or does the 1 mile go on the bottom? And does the 1.6 kilometers go on top or on the bottom? So to figure that out, look back at the problem. Did you notice it had kilometers here on top? So kilometers has to go on the bottom of my conversion factor. Why? So that they'll cross cancel. That's the secret weapon for changing units, is they have to cross cancel so that your units will work out. So turns out it's 1.61 kilometers and 1 mile. So now when I multiply, kilometers will cross cancel with kilometers. What about the hours? I'm hoping you know. I'm just going to write the conversion factor down, or the ratio. It's 60 minutes is the same thing as 1 hour. And I think one of your homework problems changes from like seconds to hours. There's 60 times 60, 3,600. So you may need to know that later. No extra charge for that free advice. Anyway, 60 minutes is 1 hour. So I'm going to multiply by another ratio. Should I switch colors so you can kind of see it differently? So here's my new ratio. And where do the minutes and the hours need to go? Well, hours has to go up top. Why? So it'll cross cancel with the hours at the bottom over here. And so it goes 1 hour up top and 60 minutes on the bottom. Now I multiply. To multiply fractions, you multiply straight across the top, straight across the bottom. So 105 times 1 is 105. And the only word that's left on top is miles. Over. On the bottom, you've got a bunch of numbers. You got 4.2 times 1.61 times 60. And you end up with 405.72. And what words are left on the bottom? Minutes. So it's not super helpful to know that it's 105 miles in 405.72 minutes. So now I'm going to get a unit rate by dividing. So I take the 105 miles and I divide it by the 405.72. And I get 0.258799917. See? And if I turn it this way, it's even more digits. Well, that's just a lot of digits, right? So I'm just going to write down, how many of them do I write down? Well, they say to use the correct number of significant digits. How many digits were in the numbers I started with? Well, 4.2 has 2 digits, and 105 has 3. Which one's less? 2. So I can't have more than 2 significant digits in my answer, so I'm going to round it to 0.26. 0.26. That has 2 significant digits because the leading 0 doesn't count the 0 at the beginning. All right, and that's example number 2.